let's discuss the Matthew effect and why this concept is absolutely foundational from a college admissions standpoint. Matthew effect comes from a passage in the Gospel of Matthew where Jesus states, "For to everyone who has will more be given, and he will have abundance. But from him who has not, even what he has will be taken away." Emphasizing that those who have an advantage will often gain more, while those with little advantage may lose what they have. So it's often summarized by the adage, "the rich gets richer while the poor get poorer." Describes how initial advantages can lead to further advantages over time, and disadvantages can lead to further disadvantages. And so the Matthew effect was coined by sociologist Robert K. Merton in the 60s, and it has been applied to various fields of sciences, politics, and education to explain how initial advantages can lead to further advantages. So this is not unfair. It is not cruel. It's just, according to Matthew effect, it's simply how recognition and opportunity work. Just like we reward employees who've already performed well, we give athletes endorsements after their big wins, and we admit students to elite universities who've already collected elite credentials. And this is the biggest myth that parents have, is that college admission represents a fresh start. But it isn't. You see, college admission is simply a continuation of a story that started much earlier, often as early as elementary school, when one opportunity led to another and another and another. To give you a real world example, there are certain parts of the US where there are exclusive communities of math circles, debate groups, after school groups where talented students prepare for competitions in math like the AMC, AME, and in debate competitions. But here's the catch. For these exclusive clubs, you have to first test into these programs. And once you're in, you're placed into competitive tracks based on skill. That's the Matthew effect at work. So the kids who already know more get access to higher level instruction and richer experiences. So why don't more families participate? So let me discuss why many students miss out. First, because many parents don't even know these opportunities exist. These programs don't advertise the way commercial camps do. They don't need to. Their target students already know how to find them. And second, because many require prior achievement. If your child hasn't already shown aptitude or been guided early, the door can be hard to open. And that's exactly why starting early matters. The earlier a child enters the cycle of success, more opportunities that they're exposed to, and it just continues. And so the earlier they start, the more time they have to benefit. That's the secret. So this success, it compounds like an interest. So think of an 11-year-old who wins a national math competition. That title opens doors to elite camps, mentorships, lab internships, and those turn into more success through letter of recommendation, more compelling college essays, and maybe even early research publications. So one thing leads to another. It's a cycle. And meanwhile, the student who waits until junior year of high school to get serious finds themselves standing at the bottom of a mountain that others have been climbing for a decade. Not because they're less capable, but because the opportunity window has already narrowed. So always remember that the earlier you start, the bigger your opportunity window is. So what should you do as a parent? How to strategically prepare for this? My advice, like I said, is to start now, no matter how small. So rather than signing up for the loudest, most popular summer program, look for high impact, selective ones, even if they're less well known. And when your child is ready, prioritize activities with barriers to entry. Look for exclusivity. These signal selectivity and attract other high performing peers, which creates the very ecosystem where the Matthew effect thrives. And above all, shift your mindset. Don't just ask, what will my child enjoy this summer? It's better to ask, what will position my child to gain access to the next tier of opportunities? Because look, I've seen many families wake up late in the game. Their teenagers already in 11th grade. The SAT looms large. They're still studying for it. They scramble to sign up for however many APs and pull together volunteer hours, and they just hope for a good result. But what they're often missing is the infrastructure of early success. Those activities and distinctions that make a student stand out, not just in numbers, but in narrative. We must emphasize narrative in our student. The numbers are part of the game. But what helps your child stand out is the story that they tell through their profile, through their essays, through the resume that they build. It's a story. And really think of yourself as the admission officer trying to choose the proper students, the best cream of the crop students. Well, you as an admission officer, you want the story that best resonates, that either entertains you or that really makes you go, wow, this child is special. It's the narrative, that subjective, emotional, compelling aspect of your resume, the profile, that makes a professional, makes an admission officer go, wow, this student is special. So remember that colleges don't just want smart students. They want students who've done something with their intellect and who've already shown momentum. So I want to leave the video with the hope that the Matthew effect can work for your child too. And it's not about wealth or privilege. It's about timing, awareness, and strategy. It starts with recognizing that real academic leverage comes from compounding success, and that your job as a parent is to position your child where success can find them early and often and repeatedly through the strategy that you build based on your child's talents and strengths. So if this video resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more insights on building your child's academic narrative, and be sure to share this video with another parent who needs to hear this message. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.